And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Miami Marlins.
And now,
first pitch coming your way next. So almost ready to get underway. And our pitcher in this game, Sandy Alcantara.
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because, you know, guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same-side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count, and to opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
O'Neal Cruz leading things off and takes a strike. Next offering is downstairs.
Well, I'll always remember how Cruz left his mark on Major League Baseball in his debut. 3 innings into his first game, he had the hardest throw by any infielder in baseball, the hardest hit ball all season by a Pirate, and the fastest sprint speed by a Pirate. This guy does it all.
Pulled the string on the changeup.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
He swings and fouls one off. That one ripped, and it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second, and he's in with a stand-up double.
Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
One out, runner at second. Here's McCutchen. Pickoff throw, and he dives back in safely. First pitch misses. Outside.
He hasn't wanted the challenge in both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And he chases that one below the zone. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Man at second. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And it remains 2-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. That misses the zone. Counts full, 3-2. And right back to the mound. Tosses to first. He made the pitcher earn that out after a long at bat. Here's the Pirates lineup now. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, Really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer. And when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
And Manuel Valdez, the next to hit, takes ball one. Just missed. And another ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout. Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Righty delivers. That one's in there. 3-2 now.
Well, he left that changeup up. Got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Reynolds at second with 2 down. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Sets him down looking. That was pretty nasty.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back here in Miami, and on the hill, the big righty, Paul Skeens.
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
Bottom of the first. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Xavier Edwards. That one at triple digits. And he takes a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger.
That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. And now for the Marlins, Kyle Stowers. First pitch doesn't find the zone. That one missed.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Runner at first with no outs here. That one fouled off. Move to first.
He's safe.
And that's outside. Got him looking. And that's the first out.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Agustin Ramirez, the next to hit. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Man at first, one away. And a swing and a miss.
0-2. One and two.
In the dirt, blocked. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Eric Wagaman, the next up for the Marlins. First offering, runner goes, pitch in for a strike, throw, save.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. You get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now a single to the outfield can push a run across.
The 0-1. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. Two outs. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Over to first. He's out. That's out number 3. 1 left for Miami. We played an inning, no score. New inning getting started. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Joey Bart. He has consistently been one of the best in the sport against lefties, and yet the righties give him trouble. You know, you don't want to be labeled as that guy, but the numbers say what they say. Alcantara back to work. Off the mark there, and it's 1-0.
Oh, he's a good player, but if he wants to be great, he's going to have to figure it out against right-handed pitchers. There's so many right-handers in the game that you're going to see them one after another. So you would imagine with that many looks, Boog, that the adjustment's got to be coming soon.
Headed towards the corner, and that is a foul ball. Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Now batting Key Brian Hayes. That one's in there, 0-1.
I just love watching Alcantara get ready for games, Boog. He turns into a different person, just usually cracking jokes and having a good time. But start days are a different story. That's when things get serious for this guy.
On the ground, right side, Sanoha. Whips it to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting 7th, second baseman, Adam Frazier.
Here's Adam Frazier. In the dirt, 1-0. No score here in the second. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. This one's got a chance. Drops in for a hit, couldn't run it down. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Everything came together for him. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Here's Tommy Pham. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. Oh, he throws it away. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now it's the shortstop, Jared Triolo. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Two aboard, 2 outs.
That's the ball.
Check swing. He held up. 2-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And a full count now.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Frazier on third. Pham on at first with 2 down. Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. Huge strikeout there.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back here at Lone Depot Park, bottom of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Jesus Sanchez. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
And misses inside. Matthew Ross behind the plate. Pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, pitchers that work side to side effectively love being on the mound with Ross calling balls and strikes, Boog. If you can command your stuff on the outer edges of the strike zone, he will reward you.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Center field. Triolo. Puts it away for the out. 1 away.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
And at the plate for Miami, Connor Norby. That misses. Ball 1. That one is hammered right field. Reynolds ranging back to the warning track, makes the catch.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Miami down in order. We'll move to the third with no score. Top half of the third inning, and now O'Neal Cruz.
So O'Neal Cruz is named after Paul O'Neill. That was his father's idol in baseball, so he named his son O'Neal. In 2022, they finally met each other when the Pirates played the Yankees in New York, and I'm sure that was a moment that O'Neal Cruz will never forget.
And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
A good fastball changeup combo has always been devastating for hitters, and that was a great example in that at bat. Changeup, fastball, changeup, and he goes down on just 3 pitches. And as a hitter, once you're down 0-2 in that spot, you have no idea what to sit on. You got a 50-50 chance when you guess. So I'm sure that changeup looked like a fastball almost the entire way to the plate.
Reynolds in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Reynolds, an all-star a season ago, batting second in today's lineup, and he was a second-round pick back in 2016. And another ball.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
On the ground to first, Mervis. He'll do it himself, and that quickly 2 away.
Now that is designated hitter.
And now it's Andrew McCutchen. Grounded out his first time up. Ball 1 there. Foul ball. The other way, makes the grab, and that's the inning. Bucks go down quietly, and we are still scoreless. Set for the bottom of the third, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Nick Fortes. Off the mark there, and that is ball 1. That's inside. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
The count 2-1. That one missing inside. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Javier Sanoja, the next up for the Marlins. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And that's too high. Nobody out. Runner at first. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. That's out to center field. Cruz brings it in. And there's one down.
Now that is shortstop,
Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Fortes at first, one gone. And a swing and a miss. That K is his third of the game.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
And now the right fielder, Kyle Stowers. He's 0 for 1. And that's outside. Ball 1. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the last half of the third. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. And that is out of play. Strike three. Scheme sends them packing. Marlins leave one. Still no score.
Work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
The 0-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Way inside, gets out of the way. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
This is Joey Bart. Went down on strikes his first time through. A little out front there as he swings through it.
One strike.
Misses off the plate. 1-1. Breaking ball misses down and away. Fourth inning underway. No score. That's inside. And now 3-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Didn't miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
Go ahead run on base. Here's the third baseman, Brian Hayes. Grounded out his first time up. That's to third. Off balance speed. There's one. And that's two. Offense held in check there. And midway in the fourth, we're tied 0-0. And we're back. Bottom four. And now here's the Marlins DH, Agustin Ramirez. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. He sends one out the opposite way. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So up next, Eric Wagaman. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. That one's upstairs, ball one.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. Flied out his first time. Pitch misses, and that's ball one. One out, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and 102 on the radar gun. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. One down, base is empty. And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. Now the third baseman, Connor Norton, flied to right his first time. Outside. And that's ball one. That one at triple digits. Sanchez, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. And that one is inside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next pitch is outside. In the air, left field, down the line. Coming on is Pham to make the play.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold on to it after contact.
And foul ball. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it looks like trouble. Coming home. He'll score easily.
Comes through with the RBI. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Nick Fortes, the next up for the Marlins. First offering, and it just misses. Ground ball right side to first, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. So they get 2 runs on 2 hits. One of them left the yard. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Marlins 2 and the Pirates nothing. Back here in Miami, ready now for the 5th inning. Now it's the second baseman, Adam Frazier. Alcantara back to work.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
The 1-1. And that skips into dirt. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Wagaman hauls it in, and there's one away.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Pham stands in now and watches strike 1.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Oh, and 2 now. Fastball is outside.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one not close. And the count is 2-2. And he chases that one. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
And now Jared Triolo caught looking his first time up. Not close with that one, and it's 1-0. Two out, space is empty. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one fouled off. 2-2.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
That one misses. 3-2 now. O'Neal Cruz next to bat for the Bucks. 2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. Right side, Sanoja throws to first in time, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. Down in order go the Pirates, and they're down 2-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and now Javier Sanoja. And here it comes. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
On the ground to the left. And he'll be safe at first.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
So digging in, Xavier Edwards. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
One ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. Sanoja into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up in the scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
No outs, runner on second. The shortstop takes the ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Stays alive. And now the count is full, and another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and it drops in. Here's the throw to the plate. Slides his hand in there. Safe. And they're up by 3.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And the Pirates manager making his way to the mound now as he will make the move. Paul Skeens won't go any further. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. A new pitcher in the game, David Bednar.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 2 in this one. And that drops in for a strike. Bednar, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, and he occasionally uses a curve. Activity in Pittsburgh's bullpen. Ryan Barucki loosening up in case he's called upon by Derek Shelton. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That missed by a lot. And the count's full.
So here we go. Base runner at first. Could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Hayes over to Frazier. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Now a chance for Agustin Ramirez. He's already homered in this game. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Right through there for a strike. That one close, ruled a ball. And that's ball 2. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across. Last half of inning number 5. And the 2-1 hammered but foul. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 3-0. Back after this on the show. Top 6, and now the Pirates leadoff man, O'Neal Cruz.
Well, here's a deal not everyone remembers. Cruz was actually signed by the Dodgers in 2015, but Los Angeles dealt him to Pittsburgh in 2017 for Tony Watson. That's a rare trade the Dodgers just might regret.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Strikeout number 8. Brian Reynolds here, 1 for 2. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
1 and 2.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
McCutchen in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. This to 3rd. On to 1st. And McCutchen is out. And the Pirates go 1, 2, 3. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Marlins 3 and the Pirates nothing. Back here at Lone Depot Park, bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Eric Wagaman. Wagaman, 27 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. That's a strike, and it's 0-1. Outside with a breaking ball. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
1 ball, 2 strike.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fastball is outside. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting.
And now the center fielder, Jesus Sanchez.
Sanchez.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Inside,
No.
just missed. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Hayes settles under it and makes the catch. 2 away.
Now batting. Third baseman, Connor Norby.
2 down, bases empty. Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins. And that one upstairs, ball 1. And that is in for a strike. And the count 1-1. And that's down and away. That's off the mark. 3-1 now. Swing and a foul out of play. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone cold take.
So 2 down, and up next for Miami, Matt Mervis. And that's in there for strike 1. Bullpen action for the Pirates. Ryan Borucki up and loosening in the pen. Wentz also getting ready. Norby off of first with 2 away. Ripped on the ground to second. Tosses to first, and that's the 3rd out. No runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. The Pirates nothing. We go to the top of the 7th. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Manuel Valdez. The Pirates in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
And a foul ball. Fouled off to the right. And he grounds one to the right side. Steps on first for the out.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Here's Joey Bart now. He is struck out and he is walked.
They hope he's the guy to spark a comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
A changeup missing. 1-2 to count.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Here's the third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
A little bit high. And now 2-0.
That's the ball. 3-0.
That's through there for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
And he walked him. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
Here's the second baseman, Adam Frazier. Just missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
On the ground to second, might be 2. Acrobatic throw for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tanner Rainey.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Nick Fortes digs in now.
Nick Fortes.
Now one missed. And that misses. Now 2-0.
2 balls, no strike.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2-2.
Now a fly ball to right center. Reynolds sizes this one up. drops into the glove, and there's one down.
Now batting, second baseman, Javier.
Now it's the second baseman, Javier Sanoja. Right through there for a strike.
No ball. One strike.
Next offering misses down and away. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
This one smacked out to left center, and that gets down into the gap.
Now batting,
And here is Xavier Edwards.
Edwards.
Line drive. He makes the catch, and there's two down.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1. Sanoja off of first with 2 away. Check on the runner, and he's back in safely. And that one off the outside edge. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Two outs.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. So now the DH spot, Agustin Ramirez. He went deep back in the 4th. A pretty important swing of the bat in this ball game.
Yeah, Boogie, he didn't waste any time. He jumped all over that pitch and saw it the entire way. You talk about squaring it up. He didn't miss a stitch on the baseball.
And a swing and a miss there.
0-1.
Next offering is in for a strike.
0-2.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
Ball. 2-2.
First and second, 2 down. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Pitch misses there, and it's a full count. Eric Wagaman waits on deck for Miami. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 8th inning coming up. It's the Marlins 3 and the Pirates nothing. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Calvin Fauché. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball.
Number 53, Calvin Fauché.
Here's the left fielder, Tommy Pham.
Also the Pirates, left fielder,
In there at the knees. 0-1.
No balls.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Upstairs. Movement in the bullpen. Anthony Bender getting loose out there. Veneziano getting cranked up as well. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Now here is Jared Triolo. Swing and a ball lifted left field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off. And maybe they've got something going here, trying to get back into this one.
Here's O'Neal Cruz. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3.
1-0.
And there's a ball.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Tying run at the plate. Just missed. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. The tying run at the plate. Outside low. Full count now. Brian Reynolds waits on deck for Pittsburgh. And the tying run is on base.
Well, that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
And now a high leverage at bat for Brian Reynolds. 1 for 3. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, but not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
First pitch misses.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Lifted in the air down the left side. Makes the grab. Runner tags from third. And he boots it. Here's Andrew McCutchen to hit. 0 for 3 in this one.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Triolo, the lead runner, out at second. Cruz over at first with 1 away. This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. He'll take a trot around the bases. And they've rallied from 3 back. It's 4-3. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance. They found a way to fight back big time. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Now the Marlins manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Calvin Fauché done for the day, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. The left-hander on now, Anthony Veneziano.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
1 down. Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup hitter, Enmanuel Valdez. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. And there's a fly ball deep right field. That one back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Now the catcher up to hit, Joey Bart. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss and a slider.
No ball. 2 strike.
On the ground, right side. Slings to first. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. Cannonball coming. It's now a 4-3 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Colin Holderman.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Well, 1-run game. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Eric Wagaman. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
That's the ball.
That was the sweeper, but it missed. Next pitch is outside. Activity in Pittsburgh's bullpen. Dennis Santana loosening up in case he's called upon by Derek Shelton. That one ripped, but foul. Hard hit right side. Frazier on to first in time. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Here's the center fielder, Jesus Sanchez. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball. No strike.
And fouled off. Check swing went around. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Goes down looking. So 2 down now, and here is Connor Norby.
Now this guy, a player that if he gets on base has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0. Hey! 1-1.
And that's in the dirt.
2 balls,
Holding
1
on to
strike.
a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
No, that's a ball.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here
3-1.
late.
Matt Mervis in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Hard on the ground to first. He steps on the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the Marlins. Score holds at 4-3.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jesus Tinoco.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, 1-run game. Now the third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes. Tinoco. In his second season, he features a slider, a sinker, a four-seamer, and he works in a changeup. And ball 1. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. In the air, right side. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, second baseman, Adam Frazier.
Here's the second baseman, Adam Frazier. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. So up next, Tommy Pham. First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Runner on the go. Right side, hard hit. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Jared Triolo.
And now the shortstop, Jared Triolo.
Well, bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
As they look to pick up an add-on run. And the number 9 guy at the plate. There's a strike. And he can't come up with it. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, 9, 2 up in inning number 9. It's the Pirates 4 and the Marlins 3. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Dennis Santana.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
And that one ripped into right, and it's just foul. That was close. One-run game, bottom 9. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball. That one inside. Look out. High fly ball out to center field. Cruz squeezes it, and there's one down. He's 2 outs away. And now for the Marlins, Nick Fortes. On the ground, Valdez. And he handles it himself for the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
So they're down to their final out. And at the plate for Miami, Javier Sanoja. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. First pitch, not close. And that's in there at the knees. That one misses. 2-1. That one missed.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
That one the other way, and he's got it. Ball game. And the Pirates hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.